Our next guest falls into the rare category of leggy supermodel. Oh, I'm sure she's going to enjoy working a kennel. In addition to her modeling duties, this woman is the face of Calvin Klein's eternity. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Christy Turlington. Christy! Is that one of my suits? Are you wearing one of my suits?
I borrowed it from backstage.
You know what's interesting to me, and maybe you can shed some light on this, and maybe you can't, or maybe you don't care, or it doesn't make any difference. You know, we see you in the advertisements for Eternity, and I see your little modeling book here, and we see dozens and dozens of pictures of you, and you're on the covers of magazines and other layouts, and on and on and on. And yet when you come out here, you look nothing like what I was led to believe through visual evidence. You look...
I'm not as leggy?
No, believe me, you're every bit as leggy, but I mean, your face looks completely different than the impression I had of it. Now, is that a secret of modeling, or is that just the way that works?
Well, I guess we just have faces that can change pretty easily to depending on what makeup and hair and clothing and all of that, so yeah. Rubber faces.
But you know, I like this. I think this is the favorite of the ones I've seen. I like this one the best. Yeah. Is this how you look if you weren't a model? I mean, you'd have to be a model, don't you?
Well, I would hate if I wasn't, because I would get sick of people coming up to me all the time and saying, you must be a model, you must be a model.
Yeah, so yeah, if you have to endure that, you might as well be a model.
Right.
Yeah. I have the same problem with people coming up to me all the time saying, you must really be a jerk. Where's that? Thank you. Thank you. Satisfied customers. But what I'm trying to say here very clumsily is you look lovely. Very, very attractive young woman. Let's talk a little bit about your background. Where are you from?
San Francisco, the East Bay area.
Oh, yeah. East Bay. And what kind of a childhood did you have? Were you a model early? Did you begin modeling?
Well, early for the average person, I guess. I was 16 when I came to New York for the first time.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have one sister with me backstage.
Really? Let's get her out here. It's turning into an episode of Studs here, right? Bring her out and say hello. What the hell? What do you got to lose?
I have two sisters, and a half brother and a half sister.
And did you have kind of a normal family life as a kid?
Yeah, very. Yeah. My dad's a pilot, and so I traveled a lot.
Commercial airline pilot?
He was with Pan Am.
Pan Am, yeah. How many hours did he have as a pilot, do you know?
I don't know, but 26 years.
Yeah, those guys are flying and flying and flying all the time. And now he's retired?
Yes. It's not by choice.
I don't know. I just, you know, I'm really good at calling attention to the obvious. You know? And the thing about those pilots, you can hardly keep them out of airplanes. And tell us now, what do you do for the Calvin Klein people? What is that like?
Well, I have a fragrance contract with them, so I basically did a few weeks' work last year, and they bought the usage for 4 years, so I don't really have to do anything else again for them until they decide to do something different. But
your face is associated with the fragrance. I mean, it's connected, and you sell the fragrance with your face, and that's the association.
The children are in the pictures.
And did you help to get to pick out the fragrance or not?
No.
Yeah. Do you like this stuff? Do you like how it smells?
It's a little strong for my taste, but I like it. I mean, I don't really wear fragrance myself, so. Is
it for men or for women?
They have a women's and a men's.
Yeah. Do they have like a skin bracer as well?
I don't know. But I also have a contract with Maybelline Cosmetics.
Maybelline, yeah.
So.
Do you have? You're a very young woman, aren't you? I would think you're quite young.
23.
Oh my goodness. Do you have plans beyond modeling? Do you see a time when you would like to step away and do something else?
Of course I do.
What would you like to do?
I'd like to go back to school for a little while when I finish.
What would you study?
Pretty general studies. My mother just graduated on Sunday from college.
Oh, great, great. Where did she go to school?
At JFK University in Orinda, California.
And had this been an education that was interrupted, or did she start from scratch going back to
No,
college?
she had started she went 2 years after high school and then stopped for
Well, good for Mom.
20 years.
That's very exciting.
Back, yeah.
Would you be interested in an intern position? Because I think...
I don't know if the pay is quite enough
Oh,
for me.
there'll be other means of compensation, I'm sure. I'm sorry. I don't know these people. I'm sorry. Let us. Oh, I tell you what. We have to do a commercial, and then we'll be right back here. Very exciting. Christy, you seem like a very, very nice person. And I just want to say this. You now are my favorite leggy supermodel.
Thank you.
And I want you to come back anytime you're around and just have some time and can drop by. And you want to introduce your sister or not?
This is my sister, Erin.
Hey, Erin, how are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. And again, congratulations to your mom. Buckwheat High School, and nice to have you here, sir. My thanks also to Buck Henry. We have to go. We'll be back tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.